Welcome to the driver's seat. We are wrapping up a week with the 2022 Ford F-150 Lightning, first ever all-electric full-size pickup truck. A lot has changed from the time that Ford launched the F-150 Lightning about a year ago. That was a 2022 model, which is what we're driving. Now, this is the Pro model, which has a base price of $52,000 in 2022. We'll get to that. Now has a starting price of almost $56,000. Also, last year you could get this with the extended range battery, which goes from 230 to 320. This year it's 240 to 320, but you can't get the extended range on the 23 model. In my opinion, Ford has gotten very greedy with their electric vehicle truck success. It won Car of the Year. The demand is sky high. They actually had to shut production down, and now they're planning to triple it for 2023. And we'll see if they can even meet the original reservations. A lot of people are still waiting for those. When you increase the price by 40%, so base price of the original Pro model, the base one without the extended was supposed to be $39,000. For that to jump up $16,000, that's 40%, is obscene in my opinion. But it's a great truck. It has a lot of utility, a lot of functionality. It's not for everyone, but we're going to get into that. As you can see, the interior of the F-150 is extremely spacious, but this is no different than any other F-150. Same layout. They've basically taken their most popular vehicle and electrified it. But it's more than that. When they built this generation of F-150, it was built with electrification in mind, and that's very important because when you look at some vehicles, not so much in recent years, but maybe 5-10 years ago, they took the internal combustion engine platform and tried to modify it for electric, and it's just not the same as opposed to getting a whole new platform and building it from the ground up. And that's what Ford has done here. And if Chevrolet and Ram can duplicate that, also, ground up, pure electric vehicle intentions, I think they're going to have great rivals for this vehicle. I haven't driven them yet. I can't wait to get behind the wheel and do a true comparison. But right now, this is by far the best F-150 I've ever driven, and arguably the best truck I've ever driven. Sure, there are some that are more capable, some 2500s, 3500s, etc. But as far as an everyday half-ton truck, if you can live with the range limitations, especially when you're towing and hauling, if you have access to a level 2 charger, and if you're willing to spend about 25-30% more than you would for a comparable non-electric vehicle, knowing that it's going to cost you more to operate, then great. This is your truck. Right now, this is a luxury item. This is a lot of greed, in my opinion, on Ford's part. Enticing everyone with a $39,000 base price, and now when you go on their website, the cheapest truck is almost $56,000. That's a big departure, and I get it. In the past they've had to deal with deep discounts and rebates on their trucks and other vehicles. Now that they have a product, or a couple of products, including the Bronco, with extreme high demand, they're getting greedy. And that's just Ford. I don't even know what the dealers are going to do or how much they're going to mark these up once they get it. Just because you have a reservation doesn't guarantee you that you can purchase the truck for that price. So there's a lot to consider here for electric vehicle buyers. Like I said, I love the tech. I love how everything looks and feels, the acceleration, the range. I'm okay with the range, even though it's nowhere near 320. It's more like 275. It's still respectable, and I think that could be coached up. I just see these as continuing to improve. Chevy is claiming that their truck will get up to 400 miles of range, so we'll see. They have a different strategy. They're going work truck low end and then high end, nothing in between at launch anyway. So it's great to see this emerging brand. I mean, we're taking the ultimate American vehicle, which is the full-size pickup truck. That's very American, something you don't see around the world. They just don't have room for these big trucks. So to take their most popular vehicle and a vehicle that is very unique to America, the full-size pickup truck, and execute as well as they did is impressive. I'll give them kudos for that. Maybe they priced it too low in the beginning. I thought that was an interesting price point. Clearly, they have changed their strategy dramatically. And like I said, I'll show you the build sheet on this. This is a 2022. Has the extended range. It's the Pro model. You can't get that anymore. You cannot get a Pro model with extended range, at least according to their website, Ford.com. So in order to get the extended range, you have to step up now to an XLT, which is over $80,000 starting price to get that extended range. That's a lot of money. Or you could go Platinum, which comes standard with the extended range, starts at $95,000. There's a lot to think about here. It's a big expense for a vehicle that's at the early stages and technology that is still in its infancy, but time will tell. I see a future with a lot of electric pickup trucks, especially ones that use it primarily locally and don't have to tow or haul long distances. So what's the bottom line upfront summary of this exciting first ever full-size electric truck? I love the way it drives. I love a lot of the utilitarian functions. I think they have built the perfect truck for probably 70-80% of the people. And if you can live with the limitations of the towing and hauling and have access to a level 2 charger, this is an ideal truck, and I feel like it drives better than any other truck I've ever driven. And I've driven, the elites from all of the 4 major truck brands. This drives better than all of them, and this is just the base model. I'm Ron Doran. Thanks for watching. See you next time on The Driver's Seat.